Till here we have created promises, so we can still improve this promises in next into next level using async and await functions. Or see, let us create a new function async await. Let us create a new function like get const get get response, something like that, equal to, you just need to give async keyword to this function. It will be an asynchronous function. You already know about async, because it won't stop our programming event loop. It will just run in the background, and it will allow the loop to continue. So simply, after creating this async function, gives the try catch, because here in promises we have used dot then and dot catch, but here we are not using that type of dots, dot catch or dot then dot responses. Just we are so fetching the response and storing in variables. So we need to use this try catch block. If any error, it will return here. It will just have an argument and just throw an error. Console.log error, and it will just throw error. If it fails, that just stops the error, stops the function here. First, let us const data equal to await. You need to use whenever you will getting the response from promises. Read file promises. Just give the input name, file name. Nothing but this their name. Just copy paste this. So what it will do, this await will do until and unless this form promise will fetch the response. It will just waits. After getting the response, just write the console.log.data. Now after that we are writing the file, or just super using the super agent, right? So let us create another variable result or response and await super agent of, which is nothing but this super agent dot get we have not used. Just give the URL which we have used above, copy paste. Now after getting this result, what we are doing, same simply above steps what we are following, console.log. Just we'll do this here also. Now after that we are writing the file, right? So directly writing file is not returning anything, so direct await write file promise, which will receive inputs all this to file name and the content which we need to input the file or write into the file. After that, if it is success, then write the success message simply like console.log file saved. It's spelling mistake, file saved. Let us comment this. Now save. Waiting. So okay. We have used this function, but we have not called anywhere. Just call the function get response. Again save. See. Now same output as before. Promise practice, okay, and file saved. That's it. Simpler than promises, right? Like async await. I need to introduce one more thing here. Let us see. For example, we have three steps. Console.log. First step is fetching data or reading data. Second is get loading. Third is end. See, our steps is first reading data, but after getting response, okay, let us see. First loading data, first reading data, then loading data and getting response, then and right. But if you see reading data, loading, then we are getting response because we have already discussed this. Async means it's just continue the flow of code without blocking any event, running the asynchronous functions in the background. That's what happened here. So how to solve this now? But we need this loading and then response, and in finally it should end. So inside this function, let us return our message which we want to give. 2 dot loading. Sorry, not here. After this function, after this catch block, just return 2 dot loading. So now let us store the response. First const l equal to some x variable, which is this, you need to call the get response, which will returning some response. So we can use dot then is simply. After that, inside them there will be a response. So that response is nothing but we need to console.log that result. And finally it should end right inside here. So just end it here. We need not to store it here. Directly we can call the function. As it is a promise, we can use dot them. Again we need to use them dot catch of error. Wait. Console.log e throw error. Array I am using this as console.log e and then throw e. That's it. See now my bad. Again, that's my editing. Okay, now see, first it has reading the data. Now it fetched the data, loading, and that end. We can also rewrite this using directly async function and await function. Let me comment this. First write directly what we are doing. First an async function and directly let us call it simply async, which will have an arrow function async of function, right, which will have no arguments. First it will try and try some code. If there is any error it will catch it. Throw it. If you not throw, then it will continues to execute, right? That's why we need to throw the error every time. First console.log this reading data, and then let us create a variable like constant equal to await, which will await with this function get response. It is returning some response and it will store in the tell variable. So we need to log the response which we have returned from this function. So console.logl, which is nothing but two loading. Then finally end console.log 3 end. See, reading data, file saved, loading, and end. If you want, that's it. Nothing. Let us try changing the dog again, similarly as before. Now it is saying app crashed because we have thrown here error handled rejection unhandled. Catch, it is catching an error. Okay, we are directly logging error, right? Simply write this. Okay, here we are directly logging error. If we change the correct name again, okay, it is okay. Thank you.